Right then, here we are for today's literacy lesson, and our learning objective is to retell a familiar story. Now, you're possibly wondering, what story could that be? And hopefully by now you have watched the video of me reading you the story of Can't You Sleep, Little Bear. Now, your task, well, by the end of the week is you are going to be able to retell that story off by heart without using any books at all. And the way that we are going to do that is just like we did with Owl Babies, is we're going to shorten the story just a little bit, and then we're going to create our own story map, which will help us to tell the story or map the story out for us and give us clues as to what bit comes next. So what we have done is we have shortened the story and we've got it all on one page. So grown-ups, don't worry, I'm going to put this onto the website for you to have a look at and for you to use when you are retelling the story together. And I'm also going to put an example of the story map on at the end as well. But what we are going to do is we're going to do the story map together now, because don't forget as well, there's also actions when we retell these stories. Okay, so we haven't changed any of the characters. We haven't changed any of the events that happen in the story. We've just made it shorter, because if we were to try and read that whole book or retell the whole of that story, it would take us a very, very long time to learn it. All right, so we're going to start off with once there were two bears, Big Bear and Little Bear. And don't forget, when we start the story, our action is opening up our hands, like opening up a book. So once there were two bears, Big Bear. Now every time we say the word Big Bear, we're going to use our hand up high. So Big Bear and Little Bear. Okay, so your pictures are going to be much, much better than mine. So here's Big Bear with his ears and his eyes and his nose. And here is Little Bear with the same. Okay, and Big Bear, I'm going to draw him again. So Big Bear had kind brown eyes. So what I'm going to do is I've got a brown pencil crayon here, so I'm just going to make his eyes brown. And Little Bear had a small black nose. Okay, so here's Little Bear. And let's do his ears. And I've got a black pencil crayon, so I'm just going to make his nose small and black. Now I'm going to do the arrow to show the next part of the story. They lived together in a large bear cave with a warm, cosy fire. All right, so here's my cave, and using some felt tip pens or crayons, whatever colours you think are fire. I haven't got them with me at the moment, so I'm going to use my pen. Warm, cosy fire. Next part. They played all day in the bright sunlight. So I'm going to draw a nice big sunshine here. Now again, you might want to do yours in yellow. When night came and the sun went down, Big Bear took Little Bear home to the bear cave. Alright, so I'm going to do the bear cave again. And I'm going to do the moon, so we know it's night time. And then I'm going to do Big Bear here. And Little Bear walking home to their bear cave. And don't forget there's the fire in there as well. Okay, then the arrow to show the next part of the story. So then, oh, nice time opener there, isn't there? Then Big Bear told Little Bear to go to sleep with his little lantern next to his small, comfy bed. So, just going to do a little lantern, a small one. Okay, then an arrow for the next part. But, and there's two fingers going down, but Little Bear couldn't sleep. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do speech bubble here. There's going to be a question inside there. And the question is, can't you sleep, Little Bear? And when we ask that, we can say, can't you sleep, Little Bear? Little Bear said that he was scared. He was scared of the dark. So so. Now when we say the word so, we have our hands and we put them forward like that. So, Big Bear gave Little Bear the biggest lantern he could find. So let's draw Little Bear in bed again, with a big lantern next to his bed, the biggest one. Biggest lantern he could find, and he settled down in his old bear chair to read his interesting bear book by the fire. Okay, so here is Big Bear sitting on his chair, and he's reading his interesting bear book by the fire. Right, arrow for the next part. But, so 2 fingers going down, but Little Bear still couldn't sleep. And then Big Bear's going to ask that question again. Can't you sleep, Little Bear? So here is my speech bubble, because he's saying it. So can't you sleep? You might just want to write, can't you sleep, Little Bear? So can't you sleep, Little Bear? Big Bear asked, but Little Bear was still scared of the dark. So then Big Bear said, another speech bubble, and in there I'm going to put the question, why? Why are you scared, Little Bear? There isn't any dark left. But then Little Bear says, yes, there is, out there. So I'm going to draw Little Bear pointing outside. Okay, he's got a long finger there, hasn't he? So there's that. So Big Bear took Little Bear outside. So I'm going to draw Big Bear. And I'm going to draw Little Bear. And they're outside. Okay, so they're together. That's why I've drawn that picture, to show that they're together. Just draw the arrow for the next bit. And to his amazement, so we're going to look surprised. So to his amazement, it was dark. And then Big Bear showed Little Bear the bright yellow moon and all the bright twinkly stars. Okay, so some lovely adjectives there, isn't there? Bright and yellow and twinkly. But, so 2 fingers, but Little Bear had gone to sleep in Big Bear's arms. So I'm just going to draw Little Bear's face. And now I'm going to draw some Z's coming out of his mouth to show that he is asleep. Eventually, so that means at the end. So eventually, Big Bear settled down in the cosy, warm bear chair, and he read his interesting bear book right to the end. So there he is with his book, and he read it right to the end. And then, can you remember at the very end we were going to make some sound effects, weren't we? But I'm going to leave those up to you. Now when we say eventually for the end of the story, so eventually, you can put your hand up like that, so eventually. Right, so here's the story map, and now what we're going to have a go at doing is we're going to have a go at retelling the story together. Alright, so are you ready? Follow my pictures. Luckily I've got the words in front of me, just like your grown-ups will when you're having your go. But let's join in with the actions as well. So we're going to start up here. So once there were 2 bears, Big Bear and Little Bear. Big Bear had kind brown eyes and Little Bear had a small black nose. They lived together in a large bear cave with a warm, cosy fire. They played all day in the bright sunshine. When night came and the sun went down, Big Bear took Little Bear home to the bear cave. Then Big Bear told Little Bear to go to sleep with his little lantern next to his small comfy bed. But Little Bear couldn't sleep. you sleep, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. Little Bear said he was scared. He was scared of the dark. So Big Bear gave Little Bear the biggest lantern he could find, and he settled down in his old bear chair to read his interesting bear book by the fire. But Little Bear still couldn't sleep. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" Big Bear asked. But Little Bear was still scared of the dark. And then Big Bear said, "Why are you scared, Little Bear? There isn't any dark left." "Yes, there is, out there." And he pointed outside. So Big Bear took Little Bear outside, and to his amazement, it was dark. Big Bear showed Little Bear the bright yellow moon and all the bright twinkly stars. But Little Bear had gone to sleep in Big Bear's arms. Eventually, Big Bear settled down in the cosy, warm bear chair and read his bear book right to the end. Okay, well done everybody. So that's only the first time that we've done that. So your task for today's lesson is to make your own story map. So you might want to copy mine. You might want to change the pictures a little bit. You definitely will probably want to change the colours of it, make it more interesting than mine. But then your task for after you have made your story map is to have a go at retelling the story and see how you get on. And I bet if you practice this every single day of this week, by Friday, you will be amazing at telling this story. So have a go, everybody, and I hope you get on really, really well.